This is Ed Intemann, the lighting and scenic designer for Heisenberg.
And this is Emily Ranii, the director for Heisenberg and a longtime collaborator of mine.
You're a longtime collaborator of mine.
Really?
Really?
Great how that
We're friends too.
Yes.
We also both appreciate superlatives.
I mostly appreciate them because Emily uses them so well. So this is the best show.
The best
why is
show.
that, Emily?
This play uses the Heisenberg uncertainty principle as a metaphor for two people trying to find each other, grappling to find each other. They are lost in the impossibilities of our contemporary world. And so it's two people circling, orbiting each other, grappling in space, trying to find each other. And Ed has created this really beautiful space that articulates that metaphor, brings in the science and the math, and also the love into the space. How'd you do that?
Basically, there was sort of three things that were my impulse for this show. The first being what you already spoke about, the Heisenberg principle, uncertainty principle, and the mathematics behind it. The second being this binary of these two people that are orbiting each other. And the third being the actual stage direction of being a script that says it's the bare theater, there is nothing on stage. So how in The Burning Coal do we make the theater bare when we always see the architecture? It's always a bare theater in some ways. To do that, we decided to take the color of the theater and bring it into the floor and create this binary by having the back wall within the proscenium be black and then that black space reflected on this floor and becoming the stage space. So that's sort of where we started, and then from there I actually, you don't know this, but this was actually in a dream of mine when I was looking at all the uncertainty principle, all the mathematics. I was thinking about the space and working through it, and I dreamt of this black space, of the black inside the proscenium, and there was a symbol floating in it, and I didn't know quite what the symbol was, and so we had long conversations about what that symbol might be, what kind of cipher or image or metaphor or might engage and enliven this space somewhat, and what did we come up with?
What did we come up with? Ed came up with two dots connected by a line, which is also an integral symbol, which also, when reflected back on the back wall, and then it's also on the floor, and the duet between those two spaces creates, it looks like a violin, right? And so part of this story also is that Alex Priest listens to the Bach Sonata for violin and piano, which is yet another duet. We have the duet of the Georgie character, of the Alex character, these two people circling around each other, and also the violin and the piano.
So the great thing about the violin and the piano is that was actually then taken into the sound design, which one of the coolest things about the sound design is the music was actually chosen by Emily's father. Her father, David Ranii, who is a wonderful jazz aficionado, came up with this, I don't even know, what is the artist's name?
So all of the music, so the Bach Sonata is the metaphor, and then David, my dad, it uses the music of Mary Halverson and Jessica Pavone, two musicians, and they do these duets. And what's interesting about this Alex Priest character is he listens to so many different kinds of music. He has this long list, and he really is the musical equivalent of well-read. And so the music is unidentifiable or uncategorizable in terms of its genre, and also has some of that math science element to it as well. So it has been super exciting to get to collaborate with my dad on the sound design.
Yeah, I think music is so important in this piece because it really is. Music is the sort of the sole equivalent of the Heisenberg principle in mathematics. Music can be so many things and affect us in so many ways, but when we try and categorize it or when we try and position it, it slips away and becomes something else. And that's what the play is also about in terms of human relationships. And so I just, yeah.
The duet between position and velocity.
And velocity, right. Very good.